for anybody who's sticking around. So if you are coming out and want to join us at the amusement park, then just extend your stay an extra day, and we can all link up. So, and then again, the dates for North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, is October 5th, and yeah, we've got all kinds of partnerships here locally that we're hoping to get them out here in spaces to discuss a few things with everybody and introduce them to the community like we did last year. So just join us on a walk through the Shiba Sequoia Forest on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. EST, and you'll get more info. Thank you, Bender.
Thank you, lads, and appreciate you, man. I tell you, from helping out or you allowing us to be a part of that. I think it was 8 or 9 weeks. It ended up being with the Musical Dreams run, which was phenomenal. Leading up to Eve Toronto and live performances by Fondue and yeah, the young lady. I know she came on that week. I can't remember her name. I apologize. But just seeing that, and then now leading here into Shibafest too as well. I'm knowing Dream. I can't say anything because I don't know anything. But just knowing Dream, I'm pretty sure he'll have some kind of hand in something somewhere at some point with everything going on. With that one, I know in the past he has contributed directly to the Shiba Sequoia Force through the Sheep Dream NFTs and just just generally on GP too through sheeparmy.co. So expect no other nothing different. I don't know at what scale, but something will, I'm sure, be there. So I thought this was also a good night to kind of coincide with that and kick off with that too, man. And appreciate you coming up. Hopefully we'll get Shayla on next week. Just putting that out there.
Yeah, let's manifest that one. Let's get Shayla up here. But yeah, Dream's always been a big supporter of the Shiba Sequoia Forest, and I do want to make it known, though it's Shibafest, we welcome all the projects that are building within the SHIB ecosystem and in supporting the SHIB ecosystem, as well as others outside of the SHIB ecosystem. We feel that we're all here building together, growing together, and we welcome y'all. So. There is also one real quick shout out that I would also like to give. The Night Shift with their Shift Heads magazine that they had launched for September. I was really impressed. I'm always impressed seeing them. So shout out to Crystal and CFP for the hard work that they put into that and highlighting musicians and builders in this space. I just wanted to give a shout out to them while I was up here.
That is beautiful, lads. I'm glad you brought that up because I just so happened to be in their space last night and caught the article and was kind of flipping through it this morning. And I was like, man, this is really cool. For an online magazine, you could just kind of flip through the pages, check out everything and that kind of thing there too as well. So big shouts out to you for bringing that up. And thank you so much here too as well, man, for taking a moment. Yeah, I'm going to give. I don't know if you remember this, lads, but about a year ago when Crypto Nick was just doing the manifest threads, we would just all get in there and start manifesting stuff. Maybe I'll start one of those for Shayla coming up next week, and we'll talk a little Sheba Fest, North Carolina.
Yeah, it's funny you said about a year ago. I think that was like 2-3 years ago.
Oh my God,
we've been here forever, man.
Oh my God, that was like a couple years ago. That's wild. Big shouts out to Crypto Nick. Thank you. I appreciate you. We got Siberian Pups up here, man. How you doing? What's going on? We're here celebrating LTD tonight. LTD, just to let you know, I'm gonna have you go into a little bit more in-depth stuff here with that one too. Hopefully, we'll get some of our colleagues to come up here this evening. But if not, we'll rock with it. And I got notes and I'll fill in the blanks. We'll go. We can do this. But Shabir Pups, in the meantime, has come up, man. We always appreciate your presence. How you doing?
Doing good, bud. How are you?
I'm good, man. Can hear you clearly too. Great job.
Oh man, you know, just kind of doing the family thing. You know, got big things in the works. Was excited for the LTD launch. I jumped in there and helped. You know, battle some of the insanity of a token gen event. So that was fun. Just throwing support to them. Yeah, always happy to be here. Happy that you're willing to let me speak again after the Devros. So always positive.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance really to speak to you direct. I did want to let you know, and thank you for coming up. The mother trucker was from a place of love, man. I was trying, don't even let me lie. I was trying to fit in the moment. The space was wild. So I
Bro,
figured I just throw that one out there just to kind of throw everybody off a little bit and just
it
yeah.
was it was the most epic one-liner that ever existed, man. Like, you don't have to apologize for that. That like you won an MVP award for that line because it was chaos and no one's seen it coming, and you just boom. I am Bender. Hear me roar.
But I was having a blast. It was certainly some shot value in there, and yeah, I would sign me up again. Do I hope it happens again? Probably not. But if it happens again, sign me up again. I'm in. Let's do it. Let's go.
I mean, we'll for sure do it again, but next time we'll do it in actual like real setup the way that I think we originally both had it in mind. Just you know, you get all these devs hopped up on Monster Energy drinks and beef jerky, and they go absolutely wild.
Yeah, like you were saying, man. I tried to come in a couple times. You did too, and it kept just delving back into chaotic madness, and just finally, I just
I blame Zach from
yeah.
Subway. I blame Zach from Subway.
I blame a
Yeah,
lot of people, but it was, but nonetheless, still a good time. Yeah, if we can just end on a happier note, we'll be good. I think. Hopefully, hopefully it's just not recorded again. Maybe that works.
yeah.
Who knows?
If it's not recorded, it never happened, Bender.
Somebody's got that recorded somewhere. I know that for a fact, but at least you can't just randomly play it back on X when you feel like it. Like, what's this? Oh, that's crazy.
I mean, the common narrative is that it's you, Bender. You're the one with the recording of it.
I don't have a recording of it, but I can almost guarantee you if I'm on a space, I told y'all during that space too, if I'm on a space, it's probably being recorded by somebody. I that I do know. I don't know who, but 9 times out of 10, I end up elsewhere on the internet with chopped up versions of what I said out of context. But it's all good. That comes with the territory, I guess. No worries. But thank you for coming up here. And I think all of y'all, Sharby, Corrupt Fun, I believe Lads, I believe Shups, y'all just had the announcement, I believe, for the partnership with Shiba E News too as well. Am I correct on that one?
Yeah, I mean, and I forgot all about it, but shout out to them. It's token gated. You got to be holding tokens or NFTs from one of our 4 projects. Um, but yeah, no, get in there. It's an awesome hub, and I'm finding myself spending more time in Shiba Eternity now because there's guides and the whole 9 yards for it. Like it's really cool, and it's a great place to stay up to date on not only on Shibarium but some of your favorite projects too. So yeah, Shiba News.
Yeah, if you haven't been in that Discord server and you hold one of our four assets and meet the requirements, get in there and check it out. I sat there amazed for, I don't know, probably an hour, hour and a half yesterday as Sergeant Augie was walking me through everything. I've never seen a server like it. It is not just a Rolodex, it's a hub. It has information on all of the Shibarium projects and SHIB ecosystem projects and so much more, from entertainment to news to X feeds and all. Like it is the go-to hub. I was shocked. He put a lot of work into that. So Sergeant Augie, hats off to you, man. You did an amazing job. And if you're looking to you know a partner with Shiba E News, I highly recommend reaching out and partnering with them. Your information's in there regardless if you're within the SHIB ecosystem. Even some of the YouTubers outside of the ecosystem and more, you're in there. So might as well partner and help build this Discord server. It's the go-to hub for everything SHIB. So let's grow it.
Beautiful, man, and great to hear, man. Thank you all guys for coming up here this evening and hanging out here with us again, man. We're here on Living the Dream, week 119. Calvin J's on the scene. That's about all I got, if you know what I mean. But yeah, we're having a blast tonight, and I'm beyond excited, man. It's been a whirlwind, y'all. I can't remember when did we here. When did the project start? Was it April? Was it before that? It might have been.
Which project?
The LTD portion.
Oh man.
Public knowledge.
You
I
know,
know Dream said he was
it's been
working
a
on it for
while.
like years, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a while.
Scrolling back through my
Yeah,
gifts, I'm gonna
I think April sounds good.
I'm gonna say April because I think it was after Valentine's Day because I don't recall. I remember having a bunch of just Sheep Dream NFT related gifts up till about that point. So I'm gonna say March, April somewhere is when LTD was kind of introduced, and it's just been phenomenal with everything. Just kind of seeing every aspect of it and how things unfolded during the summer. You know, because I believe the launch was supposed to be early June, then late June, then to be announced, and they kept saying, "Hey, we've got partnerships. We're doing things behind the scenes, you know, that kind of stuff." And then you would just start seeing, you know, these phenomenal leaks of what was happening, you know, as the months unfolded. And then, you know, I'll be honest, man, just like from title sponsor Eve Toronto, I was like, oh wow, like huge, like this token ain't even dropped yet, you know, like that's I imagine they just don't let anybody, you know, throw that name in terms. They might let you be a sponsor. I don't know. I'm not gonna speak for Eve Toronto's policies, but I would imagine like they don't have to take you as a title sponsor, like if they don't want to, you know, like they don't need to do that. They did that because of what was being built and presented. So from that point on, man, I was just like, just have faith. Well, I was always having faith and patience. Don't let me lie. But when it got delayed, I was like, I'm chilling. Just let me know. You know, that kind of thing. But you tell us, man. Talk about what's going on here with the token and give us a little bit of tokenomics, that kind of stuff here for those that might be new to Living the Dream token since it's only been out since last Thursday.
Yeah. So I would say, yeah, the LTD as a brand really started probably March, April. I mean, as a vision, I think we were starting to talk about it as part of the NFT utilities way earlier than that, right? With like if you hold 3 LTD NFTs or Dream NFTs, you'll get an airdrop of the token. Like that we started talking about that like late last year. So I mean, conceptually, this has been in the works a long time, and I think that the vision has even changed since that start, pretty largely, but it was always built around the community here, and you know, I think people in the audience have probably heard me do this spiel a little bit because it it is the core of LTD is really building around the SHIB, the Shibarium communities. And I mean, I think that the community that works within and around and shows up to these recaps are really some of that core community of LTD that really we've all gotten to know over the last years, of pulling together every week. And I would actually credit the recap a lot to having a place for people to come together every week and really talk about this kind of stuff, and really become a community, right? Like what you do here is so important, you know, even on those days where not very many people show up and it's kind of quiet and you feel like you know it's just a long day, and like what you do here to bring this group of people together. And what the recap does, right? To bring this group of people together every week and allow, the voices to have a space to talk about, what's going on, what they're enjoying, listen to the news. I mean, it really has created this core community of people that do come together, and I mean, at this point, when you're doing your shout outs, you see so many familiar faces, and every space I go on now, I see these familiar faces of people that make up this core community of people that you want to be around and you want to build with and you want to work with and you want to grow with. And I think that for SHIB Dream, and I am speaking for SHIB Dream at this point, but I think for SHIB Dream, he sees that as well to even a larger extent than I do, because he's been a part of it for so much longer, right? And he's always seen that the recap is a big part of that. And what all these individuals are doing to make up this community is such an important thing. And LTD is built around that. It's built around bringing together communities in a way that I don't know if any single crypto project has really done. And I think that, as SHIB holders, SHIB community, SHIB ecosystem, Shibarium builders, as builders, we need to have that, right? In crypto now, everything is PvP. Everything is against each other. Even inside the SHIB army, there's so much PvP, right? Like everything is this group or and there are people that really just want to be there to support each other, to work and to grow and to win together. And I think that, that is the dream of living the dream, is having these groups build together, work together, grow together, and LTD being hopefully a bigger voice for some of the smaller projects, for some of the people that have a small vision that they want to grow. And that's why LTD gives back. That's why Dream gave back over 90% of the profits from the NFT collection. It is all about supporting these communities and the overall SHIB community. And and if I say Shibarium, I do mean Shibarium. I, I, for some reason, when I'm talking, it comes out. I know how to pronounce it. It might be a Texas thing now. I don't know what it is, but you know, for the record, I know it's Shibarium. so so please don't ridicule me afterwards when I'm talking and I'm, you know, giving my spiel. Like it comes out and I'm like, but this is all about building together. It's all about growing together. The tax system, the tax structure built out for the start of LTD is built to go back into development and maintenance. It's developed to go back into a staking platform that stakes for SHIB and for Canine Finance, and, you know, working within our partnerships. It's developed to go back and burn SHIB, which, you know, 250 million was burned in the first day. And I do know that we've already purchased some more. Uh, so I mean, the burns are going to continue. There is some very big plans around that. It is developed to have a developer fund that goes back into the SHIB and Shibarium ecosystem for builders. Is designed to help other projects grow, and, you know, to help supporters get the voices that they need. I think that, you know, what you said about the Sequoia Forest, about you know, I mean, really, how can you not love Dream? I mean, you know, like as a person, over the last year, I have just you know, grown to know him, and you know, his character, and, you know, the leadership of the team that's come together to support are just such good people, right? And they're people that you want to work with, you want to grow with, and I mean, even you know, and I'm gonna say this, and he's probably gonna hate me for it, but I see Joe down there, and you know, we've all worked so hard to over many months to make this happen and pull together community, and all have done our own pieces. And, you know, Joe and I have worked together quite a bit, but, you know, we work together in separate areas, and do kind of our own way of supporting. And he sent me a message the other day, and it was just like, so heartfelt, and you know, it really it really touched me. He's like, you know, I know words don't mean anything, and I'm like, man, yeah, they do, right? So, like, just the character of the people that we're working with, and that are part of this team is something very special, and I'm very proud to be part of it. I see you, Andrew, your hand up, so I'll let you go.
Yeah, I just, you know, I wanted to take a moment just to, you know, follow up with what you were saying as far as Dream's character, and, you know, how long he's been in this space. You know, he's been bridging communities and supporting communities for years now, and everything that he's done, from donating to the Shiva Sequoia Forest, donating to we had we sponsored a community. It was a community food plot, and he sponsored the trees, the fruit trees that went in there. We also gave away 200 trees at farmers market. He did that. He also, you know, donated to the Manny Pacquiao, excuse me for the pronunciation, Foundation. He's been supporting so many different communities and so many different people in the space for so long. It just shows you what type of person he is, and he was doing this, you know, selflessly, long before he started the Dream NFT collection and the LTD token. You know, it just speaks volumes to his character. But also, I wanted to speak a moment on the staking that's going to be coming out. You had mentioned, the ability to stake for SHIB or stake for K9. One of the things that I'm really looking forward to, because I travel a lot, and many of us do travel a lot in this space, is being able to stake my LTD for travel rewards points for Dream Travel. That's exciting to me. If we can, offset just a little bit of cost for all our traveling to all these different conferences, that's huge. That's huge to me. And so I look forward to that. That's one of the things I look forward to most, is being able to stake for the Dream Travel. Yeah, and so yeah, I appreciate you, Hero, for everything that you've done for the community as well, and coming up here to speak on behalf of LTD. You do so well, and yeah, it's it's been good. So thank you.
Thank you, and it was a pleasure meeting you. We had so much fun in Toronto. It was great. So, yeah. So the staking is a very important piece of LTD, and the staking platform is already being built out. It's just about ready. It is being built by SourceHat, which is the big auditing company. They are actually the ones that helped us with launch. SourceHat is making a cross chain staking platform to Shibarium, which is a very important piece of LTD. Again, supporting Shibarium, bringing TVL into Shibarium. Even though we launched on Ethereum, knowing that the volume, the tax rewards, being able to bring in revenue that could be used to support Shibarium projects, to do the cross-chain staking, to bring TVL into the chain, is a major and very important goal of LTD, and that is why supporting SHIB in the cross-chain staking, supporting with K9 Finance and what they're doing, is such an important piece. And the Dream Travel Rewards is something that I actually didn't even know about, right? Even being a part of the team and knowing so much of the workings that's going on, like the Dream Travel Rewards and the staking for that is something that I got surprised with this week. There's so much going on at all times with this team and with Sentinel and with Dream, and there's so many different moving pieces happening all the time that I don't think I even know the expanse of just everything that's happening, which is exciting, for myself as well. Like I was actually on a space, and then I saw Sentinel announce that you could stake very soon, and you'll get travel rewards for that as well. And yeah, I had the same reaction as Andrew. Is that, hey, like we're getting invited to all these amazing places, like all these festivals and conferences, and I can't go, right? Like I can't afford to go to all of them, but I want to be there, especially after Toronto. So having like the ability to stake and earn travel rewards, and Sentinel has teased that we are going to have travel deals that are really set at the lowest you could ever find, and I'm really excited to see where Dream Travel goes, to hear about our travel partnership that's going to be announced very soon, and that piece, and the cross chain staking. I mean, I love SHIB. I think that the future is so bright, especially with what we're doing with the burns and growing that. And I am so supportive of what K9 is doing for Shibarium, and believe that as far as having staking rewards in a couple of projects that have, high growth potential. It's awesome to be able to in other tokens and travel rewards. Can't wait for that. It should be within about a week's time now. And so very excited about the cross-chain staking. I guess I should really go into, the core utility of LTD. Everything else is built around it. The community, the staking, the tokenomics, but the real core utility built around LTD is a web advertising platform. And when I talk about this, what really went into the thinking behind this, and LTD, when it originally launched, had a light paper that was brought out, and I think it had like 8 different utilities. It didn't really have a core utility. It was a vision that was so big that, I think that it was like, okay, we can have a swap, we can have a wallet, we can do this, and we can have, but really, when you look at, when you tear it back and you look at where there is a gap right now in crypto, it is this digital advertising platform, and the ability to market your project or company in a way that's safe, in a way that is meaningful, and especially in Web3, in a way where you're not going to get tokens dumped on you, and with KOLs, and with, like, to have the ability to advertise and to offer revenue to Web3 companies, to Web2 companies, and to bridge that gap between Web2 and Web3, and bring real world businesses into Web3 in a way that we can onboard them, give them a safe place to advertise, show them that crypto is not all bad, right? We can introduce them to communities of people who are good, who are building, that is why there's over 40 community partnerships that have happened already, and still happening, is because we can introduce these Web2 companies to these projects and people that can help expand a voice, expand a marketing agenda, and also earn some revenue back into their project at the same time. And the beauty of all of this is that Dream does come from a background of over 20 years of multi-million-dollar digital advertising. So he has this history. He has connections to Web2 companies, and he has the ability to kind of bridge that gap between Web2 and Web3 in a way that you can't do without relationships. And us in Web3, we all have our relationships in Web3. We have our network that we've built out, and together we can all use that network that we've built out to expand the reach of what's going to happen in this digital advertising platform. And the digital advertising platform has already started building. This is the beauty of the fact that the launch did get delayed, is that it's already built out. It's already building out. The back end is already working. I've already seen, some examples of the back end, in action. There are going to be some previews coming out. There are already Web2 companies that are pre-booking for the advertising platform. In fact, I saw a number, and it was, a high 6-figure number in pre-booked advertising platform revenue. I mean, that's massive. We're talking massive opportunity here in a $600 billion a year digital advertising business. And if LTD and these communities and this group together can capture even a very small portion of that, what are we going to be able to do to support each other, right? Like how great is it going to be to be able to use some of this to give back into the communities, to help other communities build and expand even further, and then to use that to continue to grow the web advertising platform, to grow Web3 as a whole. This is that big. The vision is that big. The dream is that big, of being able to bring in large companies from Web 2 into Web 3 in a way that hasn't been done before. And if we can do that, the public follows that, right? If you're seeing advertisements, that have crypto relations, and you can build that trust, then the public is going to see that as well, and we're going to be onboarding people in the masses, into crypto. And we're going to need to have safe communities, safe places, safe building projects for them to come into. Right now there's this, that, or months ago, there was this celebrity meta that kind of started, and people were coming into these celebrity meme coins with no chance of ever making money, with no chance of ever really winning. And basically their first experience in crypto is not finding a great community of people to work with, like what happened with the SHIB run, right? It was a terrible experience for all these new people that came into crypto. And so what we need to do as a community as a whole now is to bring people in, show them builders, show them a safe place, show them Shibarium. Thank you. Shibarium, and the 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 low cost transactions, show them that there's builders and real people trying to do good things in crypto that can really give a better experience for people coming in. And so this digital advertising platform has really unlimited potential. And the full platform is expected in Q1. But again, we're already pre-booking. We already have many things going, and the advertising platform is going to be just a major, major piece of the build out of this project and the future of it. So I'll give Bender. Do you want a moment to speak? I need a drink of water, and then I'll go further.
No worries, man. When you said I was like, oh, okay, we go right into advertising too. All right, no worries, man. I'm gonna let you roll. Let them cook, like they say. Tell you what, I'm gonna go over here to Calvin J. Though I know you just got back up here, man. Hopefully you can hear us, and if you got a thought, then we'll go over to Coach George.
Yeah, the spaces bugged me hard. They didn't want me to enjoy the party, but I'm not gonna lie. Everybody is pretty much representing what we spoke on earlier, the community sticking together. So, shout out to everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm flying up here solo tonight, y'all. They won't let me add a co-host this evening. No, yep. Still gotta take one of y'all down that's not up here. But that's all good. But yeah, it's just been a phenomenal run. And I believe Hero also too, I forgot about the initial talk of the having the 3 Sheep Dream NFTs to get the LTD drop. So yeah, we were talking about it even late last year. Now that you mentioned that too, man. So I appreciate that total recall there with that one too as well. So yeah, it's just an outstanding platform with everything. But without any further ado here, Coach George, I do appreciate your patience here too as well. If you have any thoughts here on living the dream, we'd love to hear from you.
Appreciate that. I mean, gosh, yeah, Hero's got it covered. He's done enough to pretty much know, probably more than Dream does at this point. So shout out to you. first and foremost. It's just amazing the way, and the NFTs, I believe, started in November because we were laughing about that when they sold out. I think it was like 9 months and a few hours, had it down to the hours. But what LTD and Dream has been able to do is put together an amazing team. I mean, I see Mr. Lightspeed popped in, and if you follow on the Telegram, you'll see. I mean, he's so transparent and just expert level, beyond expert level, being able to put pieces together, like getting listed on wallets, on exchanges, on coin market cap, Coinbase wallet, getting the logos in, getting the blue ticks, all the things that get the exposure out there to the entire world, so to speak. There's so many things that Hero touched on that I could just jump all over the place. But the advertising is a huge factor, from anybody that's started or run a business. Cash flow is so important for sustainability. And obviously, James got the taxes in space, or excuse me, the taxes on the LTD token. And when those taxes go away, then you need revenue, and that's going to come from the ad platform. And so this has been calculated so well. I'm going to jump all over the place because it's hard not to. I heard Buzz the other day talk about what was it? Dream wanted to have the rewards on Shibarium, and in order to do that, anybody that's been on Shibarium, you have to bridge over and do all that stuff. So to have someone set up staking rewards and then it bridges over to Shibarium, so the rewards in K9 or Bone are on Shibarium, is much more expensive process and much more time consuming process. And so, say, hey, sorry, but we're going to do this on Shibarium. So, that's the kind of thing that he's really fought for and been successful in doing these things to grow the SHIB community, to grow Shibarium, to bring activity over, to bring liquidity in. So all the things that we want to see with this chain that has, fast speed and low cost transactions, just the world needs to learn about it. And back on the ad thing, Dream was doing hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars of advertising uh, before, like, Facebook and before Google ads and things like that. So his connections are high level. I know Hero touched on that. Very high level people in the digital advertising business. And digital advertisers are real world businesses are a little bit scared of crypto. So it's hard to kind of get over that hump. And I think, not financial advice, I'll say, but with his contacts, there's the real opportunity for this to happen. And again, Hero had said it's $6 billion digital advertising industry. If you get 1%, it's $6 million. And so when the taxes go away, you're going to need revenue or cash flow to continue to do things like staking rewards. In addition to obviously the building funds for that and doing things for the community, and gosh, you think over the life of the NFT collection. I heard Andrew talking about some of the things he's done for sweeping floors and buying NFTs and supporting other projects, and doing the I think back, the Times Square ad, and things like that. It's just so much that he's been able to do, and more so is get the community together, and really, to have 40 something partners and an advisement team that is such high level with experience and that type of thing. That and look, I've been, me, I'm a trader. I've really been in the charts here for the last few days, and I'll even give a little shout out to Light again. Like, Mr. Lightspeed again. They've been buying back tokens when needed. You've got them on Gate. Again, as a trader, I watch Gate and I watch the Uniswap charts and they've done a good job of keeping the spread short or tight to prevent a lot of arbitrage opportunities. So that's been good to see the big green candle and then it come down and then to fight its way back over the past few days shows, I think the world who seizes it as a trending token or what have you, that this isn't like, I hate to call out Solana, but it's not a Solana rug, where the devs come in and put in a little liquidity, make a nice website, couple of good memes, and then rug out the community. And so many have been burned on that. So I'm excited for the future here. I'm excited for us, the SHIB Army, and the projects in here, and the people in here that have been around, especially for a long time when you've seen so much bad things happen and so many good things happen. To bring all this, bring everybody together and get people working together instead of against each other it's just phenomenal what we're seeing unfold in front of our eyes. I did want to mention something about the vote because I think that is important for the Dow vote for SHIB with the 37.4, I think it is, ETH of funds. And so I think it's real important that the Dow does come in and vote on the 4 options there. I don't have it right in front of me. I can, but if I walk in the house and they're watching football, it could get loud. But you can go to, I think Ragnar did a post. There's obviously this blog, there's a Shibarium blog where goes deep into it and then shows the 4 different options. I think one is the money goes to another multi-sig versus the one it's in. There's an option of taking it all and burning SHIB. There's an option to have the team on the multi-sig decide where to send the funds, and I forget number 4. But I saw Digark in here earlier. I don't think he's in here anymore, but I believe the multi-sig that has that Welly funds that were generated, somebody from the old defense team owns that wallet, and that's why this is real important to be able to get this taken care of. By all means, read it, study it, make your decision, and vote as you would like. I'm not going to try to influence anybody on how you vote. That's just not the way I roll. So anyway, I'll stop here, and I guess Bender's probably had about 2 gallons of water now, so and hopefully gone to the restroom and be able to pick it up from here. Thanks again.
Thank you, Coach. No, I usually gotta keep my head on the swivel with y'all. So no, I'm here and I'm tuned in, and you made a lot of great points here for LTD2. One thing I do also when you had mentioned the taxes, just announced today they did reduce the taxes. I believe the buy-in's down from like I'm gonna say from 7 to 3%. And then just like you had kind of touched on in terms of the buybacks, also before that tax was reduced, burned 250 million feet there too, as well as I mentioned earlier, over 500 million LTD tokens too as well. So like you can see, in real time, what's being done. And I know usually when it comes to tax, people kind of want to know, what's up. It's also kind of broke down there on the website where everything's allocated to. I believe out of that tax, 4% of that will go towards burning SHIB as long as that tax is in place. So, more to come, and then reducing, over the weeks here as well. We'll see, moving forward what that goes down to, since that's already down a week. I believe what was supposed to be 5 on the 3% there, but we'll see on both ends. I guess you could say moving forward. But again, listening to the community, is what kind of even spurred that bit of it on. But in every sense of the way, yeah, it's a well thought out project, Coach. And thank you for your thoughts with everything too. Let's see here. We'll go over to see Digital Financial Market Up. We appreciate you taking a moment here. If you got any thoughts here on Living the Dream LTD token tonight, week number 119 here on the recap, we appreciate you. If you happen to be there. If not, no worries. Let's take a look. So not only that, hero, in terms of, I know we kind of got off on Dream Travel here, but I did just want to make a note here too as well. And I think I've got an updated actual list of all the announced partners too. I'll double check and find that one. But in terms of Dream Utilities, not only do you have the travel, but you also have, and these are coming soon, I believe, Q1 of 2025. I'll just say in terms of that, but a couple, I should say, are already being built out. But you have Dream Swap, you have Dream Wallet, Dream Research, Dream Games, the social media platform, and a metaverse city that coincides with SHIB the metaverse, I should say, too as well. So yeah, it's just a lot of great things going towards that too as well. And again, as we talked about the task, some's going towards maintenance and development, sometimes going marketing and advertising, stake and rewards, of course, like we talked about earlier. The SHIB Development Fund, which was already voted on. I believe Sharby won that round with Hoichi, CFUNN, and Tutti Frutti Women there too as well. We already talked about the Burns, listing and exchange integrations, Gate.io out the gate, pun intended. KCX also announced very shortly after that one too as well. With everything there too. So, we're just seeing, like I said, in real time, things, promises kept and promises made and promises earned and kept. I know I'm messing up the paraphrase.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. Yeah, I think that's the beauty of having Dream behind the project is that he's going to keep the promises and make sure that things are happening as they're said, right? And the launch was great. Launch day was really amazing. I think we 7x'd out of the gate. And with a pre-sale token, when you have pre-sale funds raised, when you're going to have downward pressure, you're going to have with anything launched these days, when there's downward pressure, you're going to have people asking, when marketing, when is this? And the fact is, with LTD, there's been marketing for 6 months. You talked about it. LTD was a title sponsor of the Blockchain Futures Conference, had the main after party, had a gate listing on day one, right? Like there aren't projects that do this, right? Like there's a very few, a very small handful of projects that are as organized and as structured and as ready to really come out of the gate swinging like LTD did. And the gate launch, the gate partnership was huge. The Ape Terminal IDO was just massive for exposure. And what's being planned now is really a build out over time, right? And I think that the crypto world and what crypto expectations are these days is so in a bubble of, KOL. What KOLs have you had call? What are you doing to do this? There was a massive KOL push, at launch. And, with those massive KOL pushes, without utility, without something backing it, there's going to be a pullbacks. Well, that's what the beauty of LTD is that we're building out a model of sustainability, of growth over time. And and not just over time. I mean, we're talking 48 hours. You know, there's been over 500 million LTD burned. There's been 250 million SHIB burned. There has been, I don't know the exact number, but this morning there was over $150,000 in buybacks as of this morning, being done, and most of that not even using the taxes. You know, from what's being gained from the project. That's um, a lot of it being done from the magic of Mr. Lightspeed down there. And honestly, like watching him work has been a, a treat for me. I'm like, you know, he actually has done a couple of spaces or a couple of Telegram VCs where he's kind of walked us through his thinking and what he's doing, and I'm like hanging on every word. You know, big shout out there, and really what's being done with setting up LTD for long-term success. Uh, a lot of people don't see the, ex- the extreme value that goes into, you know, having your API tracked on specific sites, having coin market cap all correct, having your circulating supply right, having everything being tracked on every wallet, every wallet, even some wallets I've never even heard of, and really just making sure that when people are looking for LTD, they're going to find LTD. You know, having us whitelisted on everything you can think of, to really put us in front of more eyes, and in the end, you know, that's going to bring such an incredible growth and such an incredible recognition to the brand that, you know, I think that people don't see it as advertising, but it's actually the best marketing and advertising you could ever do for a project. And so when people are saying, you know, win marketing, win KOL, win our next centralized exchange, we're just setting up. We're 48 hours in, but right now over 83% of the supply is vested for long term, and we've bought back a significant portion of the supply, burned a significant portion of the supply that's currently circulating, and are currently, you know, making money from the centralized exchange and using that to continue to build funds for the project. We still have a very good uh, tax structure coming into the ecosystem through buys and sells, which is going to help build and fund the project. We're looking at all the future centralized exchange listings. We already have two. I did see that a deal was signed with another, so that announcement should be coming soon. And you know, I mean, really, if we keep volume up, if we keep bringing in, you know, new holders and putting our brand in front of the face of these centralized exchanges, in front of new holders, in front of, you know, new communities of people, the sky is really the limit. It really is 48 hours in, or just over 48 hours in, to a very long-term build-out project. And, you know, we hope to gather the type of holders that see that vision, right? You know, the people that are buying, you know, bought at launch and sold, you know, right away or sold for profit. Great. I'm glad they did. I'm glad that they, you know, saw us and you know, and did that. And the people that were in pre-sale and they had the pre-sale and they saw the run up and they took profit. Great. I'm glad that they made some money. But the vision is much grander than that. The long-term build out is designed to really reward a community, right? It really designed to reward believers in the vision, in the dream, and you know, that's the people that we're building for, right? That's what we want we're striving to reward that community that really believes, that really wants to invest and find, long-term goals and support those goals. So buyers and sellers of any kind are great. And I know it's frustrating to see people sell on the chart at times, but they are helping the ecosystem. So, like it is a mindset that's hard to get across sometimes. But every time somebody comes into our community, we need to welcome them. We need to be patient with them. If they're asking the wrong questions, we need to try to direct them to the right questions and really to guide, right? Because most of these people are asking those questions because they've been absolutely wrecked everywhere else. And that's not what we hope for, for this project. This project, again, if we are bringing in long-term revenue and revenue streams from these utilities and putting them back into the project, doing buybacks and burns, giving it to communities to build out and building out this revenue structure, this advertising platform, the goals of the metaverse, building this all out in a way that we hope to do and having success in that. I mean, really, again, there is no stopping this project if we can, support each other, continue to grow, and make this growth a long-term sustaining thing. I mean, really, there, yeah, the potential is unlimited.
Absolutely, I believe too so as well. And yeah, it's such a phenomenal thing here. Before I forget, we are still doing a giveaway tonight. It's pretty simple here. I believe it's 16,420 in corrupt fund up to grabs. I believe total of 5 winners. Really simple. Retweet the space down here in the comments. CFUNN LTD, either $ or hashtag, and I think you were going to get extra bonus points if they liked your artwork, like if you incorporated something with LTD and CFUNN in it with artwork. So big shouts out to Corrupt Fund there for that one too. I did put their Telegram not only down here in the comments, but I think it's second to last up here on the Jumbotron if you can scroll past that and then some with everything there. But yeah, been a phenomenal evening here. Calvin J, I want to circle back here over to you, man. Any thoughts here for LTD here before we start to wind down a little bit?
Mic check. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, perfect. One day this mic button going to get unstuck. One day. But today we celebrating LTD and really one, I would say, hero, always just appreciate you and the work that you do. And ultimately, like they say, the proof is in the pudding. So when we continue to see the growth of the LTD, all partner projects, what can you really say? Like, results speak for themselves. So I'm looking forward to the future. And I know as far as participation goes, many different things that I know I can naturally and organically fit into without having to do the most. And I am pretty sure for those listening, you can find the same opening, you can find the same opportunity, however you want to see it. If you seek growth, maybe there's a place for you on the LTD staff community. No matter how you want to play it, on the field or on the sideline, there's a place for everybody. You just have to choose to indulge. Everything like what Coach was saying for our participation and votes, this won't be the last. We have many different opportunities between all of our partners. I'm looking forward to the future with everybody. And I'm especially looking forward to staking some LTD. So appreciate you.
Thank you, Calvin J. And I think just to kind of give you a heads up, we'll probably still end it on Clutch, man. I'm a little bit out of sorts here tonight, y'all. Don't let me lie. I found out during the space Crypto Queen wouldn't be able to make it, and I've just been like trying to play catch up since then. So big shouts out to Crypto Queen too, by the way. Much love. But yeah, just to kind of give you a heads up as we go a little further into towards the close out here. Shibarium pups. Is it Shibarium? I say it either way. Don't mind me. But
sorry, I got everybody doubting it now.
no, because some people say I say SHIB, some people say SHIB. I get it. You know, I think just kind of in the context of what I'm using it could be Shibarium, it could be Shibarium. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, now I'm conscious of it, I guess you could say. But Shibarium Pups, any final thoughts you'd like to leave us here with LTD or yourself tonight?
So if it helps any, I mean, we say Shibarium, but also I changed my name to be like Be Further On brand. I mean, we are Shibarium Pups, but we can also just be called Shups. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't got to be complicated, bud. Anyway, super excited for LTD. I know I have my bag. Looking forward to that staking, and I'm already on boarded. And it seems like a great time to grab a bag of Shups, which generates bone for holding. So that would certainly take care of bridging if that is a major stop for anyone. So yeah, that said, pop into the Shups TG and mention the SHIB recap, and I will tip you some Shups, and it will be a moot point then. Thanks so much for these spaces, Bender. Really appreciate you. Pump for LTD. Shout out them. And yeah, thanks a lot. Have a good weekend.
Well, thank you, Shups. And let me ask you this: is that retro? Because we do usually get a lot of people on the post list. And if you could please, either way, just put that up in the jumbotron and your Telegram in the comments here too. We'd appreciate it.
All right, yeah. Let me hunt a thing, and yeah, pretty much anybody, if they want to join our Telegram and mention the recap, we'll give them some Shups.
That's awesome, and appreciate you, man, for doing that too as well. And thank you again for coming up. Really awesome to hear. Digital financial markets. I still see you up here as a speaker. If you got a thought, now's your time. No? Okay. No worries. Hopefully you aren't lost in the blockchain. In the meantime, though, we're gonna go over to Coach George, and we'll follow up here with Lads. If you have any final
There we
thoughts.
go. Yeah, the button. Sorry, I couldn't get the button to come on. Security, we've got to continue. I would say everybody in here has been in here long enough to know how to do basic crypto transactions, but I think it's real important to continue to teach people, especially new people, how to create a wallet, how to not click on bad links, be careful with fake support scams, even like moving your funds from your main wallet to a new wallet if you're trying something new so you don't get drained. There's just so many things, and I have seen that on the Telegram and the LTD. People come in asking questions. If you're new to crypto or new to blockchain, there are people that will help you, and that's the call to action to everybody in this room. Always help the new people because it's not easy to start a Coinbase or Robinhood or whatever centralized exchange to put your money in there, and you got to create a MetaMask or a Phantom wallet or whatever it may be, and you got to move your funds over there and all these things. There's so many steps that somebody can screw up on and lose everything or a lot. And I mean, I've been through it. Probably everybody in here has been scammed in one shape, form, or fashion. And so just remember, always be patient and helpful with anybody that's new to crypto or blockchain. And, because we all started somewhere and needed someone to teach us. Thank you.
That's beautiful, Coach, man. And thank you again for coming up here. Of course, safety is always at the top of our minds in regards to that one too as well. So yeah, can never have enough tips. And thank you again for coming up here and always representing. And, when you're talking, I try to, pay extra. Not that I'm not paying attention, but a little extra attention. I'll put it that way. So yeah, appreciate you. Let's see here. We'll go over to Lads and Tame the Ark. I haven't forgot about you. I did want to just give you a little heads up though before we called on you, but we'll go over here to Lads if you have any final thoughts here in regards to the LTD takeover. We appreciate you stopping out.
Thank you, Bender. Final thoughts. Just kind of piggyback off of what Coach had said. Somebody actually yesterday had said to me that they they've reached out to so many different people, and somebody specifically had said to them that that he reminded them of a mosquito and how they just kept coming back and coming back and coming back. And I just want to put it out there. Somebody else also recently had said to me, they thanked me for saying hello to them in a telegram. I was one of the first to speak to them and welcome them into a project. And don't underestimate those mosquitoes out there. Don't underestimate those small accounts, those new accounts, the new people who are coming into the space, because just being friendly and welcoming them in can make a huge difference for all of us. You don't know. You don't know who they are, what value they bring to the ecosystem, and whether that one hello or that good morning, those welcoming gestures, you don't know what difference that's going to make in their life and what type of ripple effect that's going to have on everybody in our ecosystem. So always be kind, always choose to walk with love, and appreciate everybody for coming through tonight. I did go ahead and throw in the comments below the telegram for the Shiba Sequoia Forest, as well as the telegram for LTD token. Join us. We'll definitely be welcoming you. If you're not in there, come say hello and take a walk with us. And again, thank you, Bender. Thank you, everybody, for coming out tonight. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Lads, and as always, you're just a hard act to follow, man. It's always just from a beautiful place, and I have to, really lock in on my thinking of others perspective, I guess you could say, when I'm listening to you, and it's just always beautiful, man. Let me ask you a question, if you can do me a favor. I don't know if you can or you can't, but can you help me out with 5 people for the CFUNN win before we get off of here? It's just
Wait. You want me to run a Twitter picker?
Just run a Twitter picker for 5. You can shoot me a DM. I'll make sure everybody gets contacted properly in that one on behalf of CFUNN. But I don't know where they went. My normal, and yeah, I don't.
I'm always asking Queen to do this,
I
right?
know.
Here, let me walk to the computer. Give me a
I know,
moment.
man. I know, and I would usually be asking Queen too, and I don't like to move about too much in the space there in terms of that. I rarely check DMs, that kind of thing. It seems like the more activity I do off the space, the higher the chance of the rug. But yeah, if we can do that one, that way I can kind of keep moving through everybody. I just want to give somebody a heads up because I was just about to hit Telegram and I'm like, yeah, like I gotta kind of keep my head on the swivel here where everybody's talking. So I just figured I'd just ask you why you were up here, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I got you. What were the requirements? Was it just repost the space and hashtag LTD, hashtag CFUNN?
Correct. Yeah. Yep. Those were the minimums.
No. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. I got it then. Thank
Yep.
you.
No worries, man. I appreciate you 1,000,000% for stepping in on that behalf here. Again, I've been, yeah, just off the chain tonight. Put it that way. But thank you. And also thank you for your patience here. tametheark here. If you would like to leave us any closing thoughts here on LTD, thank you for coming up and hanging out with us this evening.
Hi, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So we were talking about security earlier. I want someone from the LTD to reach out to me. I registered the domain name theltdtoken.com because it's the same as your Twitter, just so no bad actor could register that domain name. And the second address for security was that the website debtstools.io has like a false flag for your transfer pausable for I guess like the trading stuff for LTD. And I was wondering if that's something that can be addressed later this week to the public.
I believe I saw that Lightspeed had already submitted something on that, but it is definitely something that was noticed. So it's in the works.
Okay, so Lightspeed did send me the code that I can verify so that I can let people know that transfers are not pausable, that it's possible. Yep, I just got the code, so I'll be able to make a video later this week addressing that because some people are concerned about that. Also, the maximum sales tax and how the sales tax could increase or decrease. Is 10% like the maximum that it can ever go to?
I'll return that back because I'm working on the quick here because I think I'm also typing all this code to you in the Telegram. Are you the one I'm typing? Because someone else is asking me to provide. Yeah, I provided you all the solidity code. I provided you the solidity code on the hidden owner false positive. It's a false positive. There is no hidden owner on it. So I provided you the solidity code that shows the constructor that initializes the ownership, and I also provide you an example where the only owner modifier is being used to restrict access to functions. And then I also provided you with the solidity code on the false positive. And I've added additional comments in the code. So for those who aren't too literate on code can follow along, but it shows how the function enables trading and that it can only be called by the owner. And then I showed the code that shows the internal transfer logic. I also show the code where trading is enabled before allowing the transfers. And I also show the code for you that where the function enables trading and that there's nothing where you can disable it once it's on.
Okay, I see that Zeppelin code. And I do have one suggestion that you might want to do on your website. Have like a charts page on your website and maybe chart out the amount of LTD tokens that are being burned from the taxes and the SHIB that you guys are burning as well, just so that the community can see over time.
Yeah, I'm a data guy. I'm the kind of the data science guy here, so I love numbers, and I'll forward that along to them. I definitely don't want to get into website stuff, but I'll definitely pass on the advice. That's a good one. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you. Appreciate the space and the transparency of the information. I think that's going to boost confidence with the retail traders. And one thing about trading before I go, if your project can hit $10 billion market cap, the token's going to be above 2 cents. And that's crazy to even think about over the next few years.
Right, not financial advice and everything, but yeah, that would be even crazy to think about. At the moment, it's crazy just being a part of this project, and again, from just a perspective of not too long ago, a lot of people coming into the space, including myself, thinking in terms of its traditional, holder, I guess you could say, or community member, that kind of thing, and for Shabam and just Sheep Army community members, just absolutely, going above and beyond and really building and really giving just unbelievable, a whole new perspective on, now this is giving you a chance to be part of a community is just phenomenal. Like I really can't thank Dream enough for the opportunities and things that I've been a part of. I'll speak for me personally. I'm hoping Calvin J and Crypto Queen of Life would agree with me on this, but I'll speak for me personally. It's such a beautiful thing. Mr. Lightspeed, thank you for your patience. I didn't mean to ramble on there. Go ahead with your hand up.
Yeah, I forgot to answer his question about the fees. And I also sent him the code, the Solidity code on it, but the admin functions, only the owner can change it. And by the way, the owner is multi-sig. So there's another layer of controls on top of that. So I just wanted to let people understand that. But in the code, there's a check, and the check is if buy is greater than 10 or if sell is greater than 10, then the smart truck is going to do a revert. If it's below 10 or the sell's below 10, then it's going to admit that the fees have been changed. And so that's already built into the code, and I sent that to him. So I think that will help reassure some folks on there. So if there's any false flags on any of these automated scanners anywhere, I'm happy to go after it and help them understand the code.
That's beautiful. And yeah, just from not only this project, but watching a lot of things getting developed here on Shibarium, and big shouts out to the bus here. I don't know if he was able to get up here or not, but he was up here earlier and just has really got me on the path of just starting to really understand the coding side of it, and reading like GitHub and that kind of thing there too as well is just been phenomenal. And these are definitely areas of the blockchain I didn't expect to be exploring so quickly, but here we are. And yeah, just another thing to figure out and move forward with, and it does help out on the overall learning scale. So appreciate y'all even taking a moment out here to even talk about this, and tying it all back to security too, and from a holder's perspective is omni important, obviously. Thank you. Hero, any final thoughts here for us that you like to leave us with?
Always got something to say. So yes. You know what? First off, thanks Bender. Thanks everyone for being here. I always come away from the recap feeling like really good. I don't know why, but for some reason, like every time I join the recap and every time I'm here, I end up logging off and I just feel good. So I like the vibe of what is here, and I think it's really just the people, right? And for LTD, join the community, be a part of the community, join the vision, join the dream. I think that if you come into the community and you act as a part of the community, you support, you're going to enjoy yourself, right? And feel like you're part of something, because I think that is the goal of everything that's being done right now, is making everyone feel part of. It is going to be a DAO project, a community run project, and we are going to need people in the community doing work, adding their expertise. And so come join, be part of, there's so much groundwork that's already been laid, so much more to lay. There's some huge announcements already lined up. I know that there's been teased earlier today that there's a very, very big partnership in the works. There's another centralized exchange listing in the works. There's more marketing in the works, and really, that is all overshadowing the fact that it is a long-term project that is going to be built out, and it's all going to be community run. And again, come join the Telegram, be part of it. See the vision, see what's happening, and we're going to have some great announcements. Coming as soon as tonight, tomorrow, and we're going to build. And this is a long-term project, and it's going to be run with that mindset. So very, very excited about the future and what's going to happen with all these communities, with Shibarium, with LTD, and I myself am proud and honored to just be part of it. So thanks, guys.
Thank you, and appreciate you coming up again, Hero. Big shouts out to all dolled up here representing for Sharby earlier, and everybody else that has come up here to speak tonight. I am just again just phenomenal in terms of when it comes to the tokenomics of it, just the supply from right out the gates, gate IO being listed, KCX, also burning sheep, burning LTD, it's just been a whirlwind couple of days here, and like every time an alert goes off, I'm just like, whoa, like that's pretty huge. And I think they even or it might have been, I don't know who always is running the account, but alluded to another major partnership on the horizon and everything too. So just again, the build up and everything else that goes into it has just been remarkable here. I think you kind of summed up everything there too. So I just want to do a couple community shout outs to everybody in the room, and I appreciate y'all hanging in here with us tonight. And lads, just to give you a heads up, we'll go ahead and announce those winners here once I'm done with that, if you're ready. And then Calvin J will ride out with some music here just to give you a little heads up there too as well. But again, thank you for coming up here and hanging out with us here tonight. Tame the Ark, appreciate you too, as well as Mr. Lightspeed coming up, Andrew Lads, Calvin J, Coach George, I believe. Let's see here, the Gym Pickers in the building. Goose Troop, good to see you back, as well as Efren Diaz. I believe that's Sergeant Augie. Thank you for coming through, as well as Dory.Sheeb. We also have Baha.Lifer, Alex, EcoHead, Shiba E News. I believe that is Boho Yukino. Thank you for coming as well. Coming back, I should say, as well as Sharby Token, Sheeb Co-op, Shiba Bling. Dijark is in the building still. Thank you, as well as No One, for hanging out here with us tonight. Shibarium, I'll work on that. Sylvester Stallone. Good to see you too, as well as Sabotage, Clifford, Del.Shib. We'll probably hear some announcements here, but congratulations to you, as well as Death Wish Crypto. Good to see you too. Check out Death Wish Crypto on Mondays, I believe 10:30 Eastern there too. Follow the account if you're not familiar. Sequoia Forest, lads, save the effing trees, or save the forest together, however you like to put it. But also appreciate you, as well as Barkoshi. Shiba Soaps and Scrubs, my guy Salty Bot, good to see you back. Crypto Bitmag, good to see you back. Jason, good to see you here. What we got? We got Toe Killer community in the building. Good shout out to Toe Killer. Recent partner announced here, the LTD token, Tame token in the building. I believe that's with our esteemed speaker tonight. RhinoTough.eth. Love the name. Appreciate you coming to, as well as let's see here. We got Gabby. We got my guy Jimmy Crypto 8808 and beyond. Love the name. Appreciate you coming to, as well as Spinks, David, LG, George the Dog. Am I following you back, George Dog? I am not. I am following you back now. Unreal Cal, good to see you. Unlucky.eth, love the name, following you back. All that. We're gonna see if we can get lucky tonight, as well as Death Human. Appreciate you coming too as well. Tony Tim. Let's see here. Crypto Spotter, Coyote Token, Kai, Crypto Rule. Oh, Crypto Rules. Bubble. Love the name. Appreciate you. Lee Shone, Sharks, Exhausted, Shelby, Jenny, Illumini, Illumi, I should say, Ex Muncher. Love that name, Ex Muncher. Shipster Shibarium. We'll work on that. Let's see here. We got Crypto King, Force Guidance Lads. I ain't even got to pull up the whole name. I know that one. Big shouts out to you. Thank you for coming through, as well as Bomo, Crypto Nerd. I see you in the building. Fucking losers, my guy. I got an Asian symbol. I'm not going to mispronounce that, but big shout outs to you. At Terra Awal, thank you for coming in. I know I mispronounced that, but shout outs to you anyway. Russ, Rena, Sago, Chris, Holly Streets. I got a few others in the back. I can't find you. I apologize, but no, you are loved and cherished, and we appreciate you here tonight on the recap. Week 119 has been the Living the Dream LTD takeover, and I've had a blast here. And looking forward to doing this again and again here along with the other partners. Been a fun night. And thank you again for hanging in here with this Crypto Hero. Lads, do we have some winners to announce?
We have some winners to announce. I just had them pulled up. Just a second. Here we go. Okay, so CFUNN winners for tonight. Unreal Cow. We've got... let's see, Death 7, Death Human, Livio Rivera, and then we have X Muncher, and we have we'll go with Jenny. So reach out to Corrupt Fun. Congratulations for your winnings, and thank you for participating and supporting CFUNN, LTD, and the SHIB recap.
And do me a favor, lads, send me that list here too, because you know they'll come and knocking at the door fronts, and I want to make sure that Corrupt Fun's got the proper list to match everybody up here too as well. I have seen that happen in spaces, so if you can send me that list, we'll make sure everybody gets taken care of. Must be a part of this.
Will do.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I got everybody tagged in the comments below, but I'll go ahead and send that to your DMs.
Oh
as well.
man, if you already did that, you're one step ahead of me, because that's what I was going to do. So I'll check out the tag. Thank you. No worries. I think you already did what I was talking about, and appreciate you there too as well, and holding it down here for us this evening. Looking forward to the next few weeks here, or about the next month or so. So I want to make sure I include Shibafest North Carolina too as well. Calvin J, we got any music to ride out to? Maybe not.
No, we got music. Unfortunately, X has just got my mic button on 5-minute delay, but ready to rock when you are.
All right, let's just go ahead and go into it. That might be a sign when the mute button